Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington football team.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. On first down, Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Hurts going to keep it again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Eagles are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And he'll take it in. Hurts finds it. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Now it's 2nd and 9. They run with Sanders off the option. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. He can't get him down, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run with Gibson.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very closely sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes them back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on fourth. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. These two teams have met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
First throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A give to Gibson running right. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Hurts. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here, escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Dancing to his left. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. And the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now Washington down by 10, and time a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Open man here is Conklin. And he will have a first down as he's out of bounds to stop the clock with 17 seconds to play. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Philadelphia, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.